Hey there, it's Courtney Johnston from rulebreakersclub.com, and in this video, I'm gonna give you an easy peasy 5-step process for refreshing your website copy. This process will work for any piece of copy that you have to write, whether it's an about page, a work with me page, or anything else. So I've got a question for you before I get started. When people land on your website, is there a really clear process for them to follow to go from one page to the other? In other words, is your website turning visitors into customers on a regular, consistent, daily basis? Ultimately, the goal of any piece of copy is to get people to take a specific action. So if you're not getting the results that you want, let's follow the 5-step formula. Step number 1 is action. Every single page on your website needs to have a very specific action that you want someone to take after they visit that page. So your action step is to look at your website pages, the core pages on your website, and ask yourself, is it clear exactly what I want someone to do next at the end of this page? I realize that doesn't sound like it's a clear tip on refreshing your copy, but the philosophy here is that we have to start with the big picture before we can get into any kind of language or wording. Once you've got a clear idea of each action you want someone to take, step number 2 is to simplify. So many entrepreneurs have way too confusing of websites with way too many pages for me to visit. If you have more than 10 pages on your website that I can get to from your menu bar, you are going to confuse the heck out of me. The highest converting websites are the ones that are the most simple. A great example of this is that I've often seen people have a work with me page or services page, and then they have a separate pricing page. When I visit your services page, I'm expecting to see everything that's included for those services. Now, the main pages that you probably will see on any website are an about page, a home page, blog page, a services page. If you have too many more things than that, you are probably overcomplicating things and confusing your visitors. So that step's really easy, right? All you've got to do is cut the fat. Then that takes us to step number 3, which is all about finding recipes for each page of copy that you have left. You should never feel like you have to make up this copywriting thing from scratch. Always look for a recipe for each page. There's tons of resources on this. I think there's like 3,000 blogs on Pinterest about how to write an about page. So go pick one that works for you. Look at someone's page that if you're gonna write a work with me page, find out an example of a work with me page that you love and you find super compelling, and then analyze what the strategy or recipe is that is working for that page. I've actually got a little something special for you if you stick around to the end of this video. I'll tell you about it, which will be a recipe that you can steal from me. If you ever feel stuck or confused when writing a page of copy or a piece of copy in your business, that means you don't have a recipe for that piece of copy. And what you want to look for is a template, a framework, some kind of structure to follow that is proven by a copywriter. Then step number 4 is all about injecting personality into your copy. Once you've got a rough draft of your copy because of this recipe that you have from somebody else, it's time to make sure that, yes, you've got all the content in there, but you want to make sure that the personality or the brand of your business is really coming through on the page. The trick here is to do this at the end. Don't worry about coming up with witty, exciting language when you're first writing what I like to call your shitty first draft of your copy. Wait until you have all that content in there, and then go through on one take and just focus on adding personality. Ask yourself, is this conversational? Where can I add some fun? Where can I add some branded language to this copy to make it really sound like it's coming from me and my business? And that brings us to the final step. Step number 5 is where you're going to hand it over to someone else and or step away from the process for a little while. When you're in the thick of writing copy for yourself, it's easy to get lost in the weeds. It's amazing what stepping away from a piece of writing for just 24 hours can do. But I also recommend having a trusted friend, somebody who understands business, not just anyone, read through your copy before you publish it. It's very vital that you focus on handing it to someone who also has a successful business or understands copywriting, because you'll often get really, really bad advice from somebody who's good at writing but doesn't know how to write as a copywriter. All right, so this video is actually in a collaboration with a bunch of awesome female entrepreneurs. We're all putting together a video to help you to refresh your business this year and make sure you're stepping off on the right foot. You do not want to miss the other videos that the other ladies have created for you on very specific topics that will help your business be successful this year. Make sure to head into the description box below this video so you can click the links to watch those other videos. And as I've told you, I've got a little bit of a special surprise for you. At this point, you've got the 5-step process of refreshing your copy, but you might be looking for some of those specific recipes, and the number one recipe people are looking for is that work with me page or sales page. As it just so happens, I have given away my entire 14-part sales page recipe or framework in a free workshop, and you can get that link to sign up for that workshop in the link below this video. Finally, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it, make sure to hit the like button below, share it with your friends, and subscribe here so you don't miss a new video when it comes out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.